Well, we're going to have a little look at correlations. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers. I am the coffee obsessed Scruffy trader. What I'm doing is kind of trying to put trading in the real world and give you an idea of what it is I get up to on a day-to-day basis. And if you like what you see, by all means go in the description below. You'll find my contact details and you'll also find some good useful links. If you're looking for a decent broker, for argument's sake, check Black Bull out. They're one of the few that have 1 to 500 leverage at this moment in time. And there's also the prop fund you see me trading all the time, the 5%ers. You also get 5% off the buy-in fees there. So try to put some things in that can add a little bit of value for you. But what other value can I try and give you? Well, I try and show you trading as it should be, as a job, because that's what it is for me. It's my job. And I watch many sort of videos and they don't really tell you a great deal. And what I mean by that, not necessarily strategy. See, strategy is the least of your worries. Most people just automatically think, show me a strategy. I'll be all right if I've got a strategy. No, that's the tip of the iceberg. What you need to be doing is understanding how the charts work, because you can get in on the flip of a coin. And I was asked this week about direction, and there's many ways you can do direction. Personally, I do it through a spreadsheet. I'll work out the direction and through a formula, and then I'll stick with it, But if you've got a basic makeup of the charts, you can work it out. And you can use something as simple as a moving average. If it's above the 50, I'm buying it. If it's below the 50, I'm selling it. That's your bias. Then you need to figure out how to get in, support and resistance, whether or not you're using some form of an indicator. Personally, I like the price. I can read it and I can see what's going on. So let me flick the charts over and I'll show you. Now, with this lot, this is kind of a window of the world that I glance at. I change it from time to time, but it's roughly the same. It's across the top, it's the FTSE, the DAX, the US 100. I've recently changed oil into gold. Down in this corner is the US JPY, pound JPY, euro, dollar and cable. Now, the ones that I trade the most are these four here, and these bits help me read the market. It is kind of the easiest way to look at it. Now, they all correlate in different ways, and if you come into the Scruffy squad, I explain it all the time and I try and show the guys what it is that I'm doing all the time. Now, ultimately, the trade has to be yours, and that's why reading the charts is important. If you're looking for signals, you're wasting your time. The little more than fool's gold. If you're looking for a magic pill, you're wasting your time. You have to put the work in, and if you can't, you're never going to make it, because for all trading is easy, it's very difficult on the mind, and that's where the work part comes in. You have to condition yourself and get yourself into that mindset that this is a job. All right. So what am I looking at here? Well, the market that's interested me is the DAX. And why is that? Well, if a FTSE is going up, the pound is going up, the FTSE naturally comes down. Why? Because it's cheap to do business. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. If the pound is cheap, the FTSE will go up because it's cheap to do business. Likewise, in this case, if the pound is going up, becomes expensive to do business, and the value drops down. Now there's a similar situation happening with the euro. Now the euro itself has been on a wonderful downward slide. Just down it went. And now it seems to have bottomed out. Certainly this morning, and there's been a buy up. Now that'll ripple over onto the DAX. So there is a lovely strong drive up as that came down, but as that's moving up, this is flattened out and it is now starting to move, and you can see it flattened here. So this is the market that I'm going to look at. All right. So it's not quite ready yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the camera a second because I need another coffee, guys. I definitely need another coffee. And I'll come back with a fresh coffee, and I'm going to break the DAX down with the premise of going short. Okay. It's currently 10 to 2 on the afternoon of the 17th. So I've got about 10 minutes before I can get into this. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'll set the charts up, and then we'll trade this afternoon. Okay.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, guys. So I'm back on the screens, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip everything off. Why? Because if I push this out to the daily, you'll see where it kind of, there's nothing up here. There's nothing to work to. So all these levels below, kind of worthless. So what am I looking at? Well, that is a colossal move up, and it's never really looked back. All right. Can't do that forever. What goes up must come down. Now, at this moment in time, what I'm looking at is the euro and the way that it is sold off aggressively, and that it's having a little bit of a reprieve today. And I'm looking for that reprieve to ripple over into the DAX. So if I drop this down onto an hour, I need some form of arena to work with it. Well, there's a level there. You can see it pretty clear. Just change that to black. Topped out, come down. Now the last time was up there, but it's also topped out here as well. All right, but I'm just going to put this in for now, which is there. Right, so I've got the price boxed between two levels. Simple stuff so far, but it's sitting in the middle, right? So what's that got to do with the price of bread? Well, what it's actually telling me is it's at a break point. And why is that? Because if it breaks the top of here, it's going to that level, and if it breaks that one, it's coming down here. It's that simple. So this is kind of the trigger area. This candle here. I'm going to move this further down because I want to get right into it and have a look at it. Well, we've got all of that to retrace on, because that went straight up. It's come down. It's having a bit of a think. Long tails, so we can put orders here to move down, and we can put orders there to move down. Why? Because my premise is down. Believe this is on a move with down, and if you look at this here, if you were trend lining, that is moving down. All right? Simple stuff. So how do I start working this out? Well, I'll drop it down onto a 5-minute chart. You can see that it's starting to go red here, and you can see the long tails. That's pushed up, but it failed to break the top. Pushed up, failed to break the top. This one's coming down. This is ready to pop. So I'm just going to drop an order in underneath it, just like so. And why is that? Because it's kind of a candle count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got cluster of 5 candles there. There's the cluster point in the middle. You could push it down there, but that's quite a logical point. So I'm quite happy with that. And then what I can do is I can stage orders all the way back here, get them in at a better price to come down here. Very, very simple. So that's what you'll see. You'll see me working from this level to this level, bouncing the price if I need to, buying in at a better price if I need to, and if it goes above there, well, then I need to start having a bit of a think. So I'll run this out and I'll come back to you when it's done. That was that, boys and girls. That was that. Little bit of work. Watched a bit of price bouncing backwards and forwards between there and there. Could hold on if I wanted to, but why? I've done what I need to do. 316. I'm only looking for 200 quid. Anything above that is a bonus. Anything beyond is stress. And do I really need it? No, not really. So there we are. It's just bouncing around. It came to this level that I marked. It went to pretty much that one. And the idea was very simple. Just bounce the price between them, but in a single direction. And that direction was predetermined from the correlation earlier on. And it was that simple. I had a feeling this would go down. I then just needed a range, which is here. And then decent reasons to get in, which was on the other screen. Told me when and what to do and measured it out. Perfect. So that was that. Another step closer to the end of the week. Because if you see me, there's a load of dresses hanging up behind there because it's my daughter's wedding at the weekend. And all the bridesmaid dresses and etc. came today. Fantastic. And, well, this little jaunt this afternoon while the house has been quiet is helping to pay for some of the merriment. Because Winky's off sorting out shoes and God knows what this afternoon. And just left me to my own devices. I finished off what I was doing this morning. Thought I would just switch the screens on and show you guys, well, how I make my wages, because I had to wait pretty much till after lunch till the conditions were right. So that's that. Like I said earlier on, if you want to contact me, by all means do so. If you haven't subscribed, please click the button. It genuinely helps and motivates me to do more. And if you want to see more of trading in the real world, but actually how to do it, check the Scruffy squad out. It's very transparent, and the guys there, they're a good friendly bunch and they'll look after you. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.